the Lord communicates his wish to the Apostle of the Gentiles in a vision or a dream. He is to speak out, for he has many people, says the Lord, in this city. I was quietly meditating more than once in Corinth on the work of the Apostle. Once in 1972 and another time in 1975. I was able to stand at the Bema, the actual podium or the place in the Agora of Corinth, Old Corinth, where he had preached and given testimony to the immoral people, because there's a verb in Greek, to Corinthianize, that is to misbehave. And the Lord was able to get through to this people. And quietly praying in the present parish church in the area, which would be Greek Orthodox, I was able to feel something of the continuity with the early church. For the Greek language was the one that was being used in this, and the liturgy is still the same in the Greek church. The old words are still used, they are the words written by these apostles. The pronunciation is that of present Greek, but the words are the same. And this is our faith, the faith of the early church. And it produces, century after century, fruits of sanctity in God's people. On this day one thinks of St. Congal in Ireland, who was a founder, and also in Scotland he worked and founded. St. Columbanus was actually formed in a monastery of his at Bangor. And we have later in time St. John of Avila, remembered also on this day, Apostle of Andalusia, theologian. Then we have closer to us in time St. Damien de Veuster. He was the one who went to the leper colony and died of leprosy eventually, and identified himself with the people he was serving. A fascinating life his. And so the grace of God goes through the prism of the generations and refracts itself in many ways, producing a glorious spectrum of sanctity, each ray a bit different. And these are living icons of the Lord, variegated and complementary. The Lord gives to understand before his departure that they will have joy later, after the cross. He talks about a woman giving birth and forgetting the pain afterwards because of the joy that a human being has been brought into the world. One thinks of the friend of Teresa of Avila, St. Peter of Alcantara, a great reformer, a great man of God, who undertook huge penances. And he appeared to her after his death and exclaimed from glory, "O blessed penance, which has earned so great a reward," indicating by that very fact that there is huge joy when there has been also identification with Christ on the cross. And St. John Mary Vianney, the Curé Vase, when he was approaching his death, did say this: "C'est beau de mourir qui sur la croix. It is pitiful to die when one has lived on the cross. On the contrary, those who live for pleasure in this world are not necessarily heaping up huge amounts of merit, but are expending huge amounts of energy on things which may not give merit. In Ireland, years and years ago, things were very poor, but there is a difference. One looks at bare-footed children who have one thing in common. They are beaming and smiling. One looks at many children now, and they are gazing at a screen and are not smiling. Where is richness and wealth? It has nothing at all to do with the material. And so it is that a soul that has nothing in this world but goes rich with merit into the beyond is in a far better place than many of the glories of this world. And how many lives are spent to get a bigger house, a bigger car, a great prestige, when inside there is huge emptiness and poverty. Ubi caritas eramur, ubi caritas Deus ist, ubi caritas eramur, ubi caritas Deus ist, ubi caritas eramur, ubi caritas